we go. Edi Cutting, or as you say,
Edi Cutting.
I think this one was a bit flooded in someone's review. It's a bit rocky. I'm just going slow so I don't rock that trailer too much. But it's pretty firm. If that had water, it wouldn't have been a problem because it's very solid.
Yeah, so further past these people I saw a nice spot. What's that notice say, Dan?
Please take rubbish home.
Oh.
Quite a setup they got, isn't it?
Keep going past, brother, because I reckon I saw one close. Yeah, maybe go that way, because we're gonna keep moving. G'day. She waved. So you see it all in there.
Yep.
And you go, oh yeah, number of spots, and you go around here.
And you can't get
to it.
Looked like that's a road over there, isn't it?
Yeah. There's a track.
How did we miss that?
No, we did miss it, didn't we? Big time. Fucking idiots. Fuck.
Okay. Sometimes you don't see what's right in front of your face.
Jesus. Oh, well, this is alright. We're on the river. We can go very close and it's shallow, though.
Oh, maybe we were meant to come down here. So this is the end, isn't it?
Yeah.
Alright, let's have a look.
We'll have a look.
It's the first morning. Birds everywhere. Not a bad campsite. A little bit undulating. You might hear some road noise. It gets a little bit busy during the day because this campground runs along the side of the Whitfield Road, which seems to be busy all day long. It is a bit noisy, but it does seem to shut off around 10 o'clock. Gets pretty quiet. But starts up again at about 6 AM. At the northern end, there's a little bit of a split that takes you a little bit closer to the river, and that comes to a dead end, which is where we're camped. Pretty quiet, beautiful autumn day. It was pretty cool last night, but when you got all the right gear, sleep was quite cozy and warm. So the campsite itself's got two toilets, one at the northern end, one at the southern end. So you can see a few campers over here now. It's quite a big space in the main area. The sites themselves are quite spacious, although we notice that they're not as flat as you'd think. So if you've got a tent or something, you might struggle to get it nice and flat. Plenty of river frontage, the King River, fairly shallow at the moment, but I have seen fish in it, so I might try a rod later. Obviously this will get pretty full once the winter snow melts up in the mountains. You can walk along this path. It's a nice area, this, the King Valley. There's wineries and waterfalls in the nearby area. We're going to go have a look at a waterfall today if it's flowing. Hopefully it is. So just a few campers around at the moment. As you can see, plenty of room. Toilets are well maintained. There's no handle on the outside. And yeah, no toilet paper. So I better go get some, eh? So that's the northern entry that way. And as you can see, the road splits off here You can go around to where Tony and I are. Fire's still going. So I've made it down to Paradise Falls, or at least the car park, about half an hour south of Edi Cutting, 32 kilometres away. So we're here at Paradise Falls, but there's no fall, it's all dry. But it's a magnificent place. And it just works like a sound shell here because of the shape of the rock. It's huge. And it would be rather impressive when the water would be falling down there. Down into those rocks down there. So we're at Little Falls. Not far before Paradise Falls. We decided to come back a bit. There's one road that turns off. And it's got water flowing. A little bit. And it's quite nice actually. You can just imagine when the water's flowing hard, it would look fantastic here. So I'm just having a look at the south end of the campground, taking a bit of a walk on my own, taking a few photos, looking at the different sites. There seems to be a lot of space at this campground, but sort of limited sites, if that makes sense. So this site here down at the south end, you can see it's probably not real good for a tent or a swag. It could be just here on the grass area, but it is really nicely on the river. And it looks quite nice actually. The river's quiet and smooth along here. And then just a bit further up ahead, it's channeled between the rock, and it looks like some sort of man-made feature there, concrete. And it gets channeled between there and creates a little bit of a rapid. And as you can see, the indicator, and it's just short of half a metre. So when you come in via the south end, there's a couple of spots like this where sometimes water flows across it, and the base is pretty hard packed rock, as you can see. So don't worry too much about going through a little bit of water. And here's the south end of the campground, one camper over there. Again, fair bit of space. Again, the ground's a bit undulating, which is fine for camper vans and things, but perhaps you just need to find a better spot if you're going to pitch a tent or lay down a swag. But as you can see, this one's pretty level. No. You going to call your dog, mate? It's all right. Sit down. Sit. I'm usually pretty good with dogs, but she's tested me.
Protects me.
Yeah, that's fair enough. But I'm a fair way away from you.
Yeah, I know that. Get home. Go on. Get home.
Well, that was a bit dramatic. I'm usually pretty good with dogs, and she was just protecting her owner, of course, but still, I was a fair way from him, so she didn't need to come running all that way to stir me up. But anyway, I just kept calm. She wasn't sure of me, so she wasn't going to attack me. And the guy said he was going to tie her up just while I walk along the river back towards his camp. So this is the south entrance, and the river here. You can see it's fairly open, and he's the only one here with his dog. So yeah, you can have dogs, that's fine. Just got to make sure you control them. So Edi Cutting. It's not a bad spot. Not my most favourite spot. But me and Tony, when we go together, we often make places work even if they're not too appealing in the first instance. So the downside of this place, bit of road noise during the day, after 10 at night until 6 in the morning. It's pretty quiet though, the road's pretty dead. In the area, there's some really good wineries. We went to one called Pizzini, had a wine tasting there, cheese platter, a few different wines, took home a few bottles. So it's end of May, and of course it's getting close to winter, just about winter. So the nights have been fairly cool, but if you've got the right equipment, as I do, then you're quite toasty when you're sleeping. I was very comfortable, nice and warm, and during the evening sitting around the fire was pleasant. And when you're not near the fire, if you've got some thermals or a neck warmer or something like that, just to take the chill off those spots, that's probably a good idea. Oh, what have I got? What? This happened last time!
Oh, fucking... Where'd it go?
That close to
Oh,
that close to the...
that's pretty good actually.
Yay! Caught a leaf. Not today. If I didn't grab that, I was
Oh!
Not today.